Hello, hello. I was trying to chew very fast. Happy Monday,
Girl, they seen you
February.
eat before. You keep
What'd you
going.
say?
I said they seen you eat before that big bowl.
I know. We can't forget the bull. Happy February 20th. The month is almost over.
Hella.
Thank God.
Didn't it just start yesterday?
That's what it felt like. Come on, just came.
I'm done.
Goodness. So fast. Welcome to PartyChat podcast. Freshly after our Saturday streamathon, which was awesome. I would say it was like the greatest stream that I've ever done. The 13 hours. Greatest stream. We had over 27 creators that were a part of it. Shout out to everyone that came out, everyone that supported and donated, everyone that streamed, everyone that was a part of it. Shout out to the interns. It was an amazing experience, and I would do it again. It was really, really, really cool. So shout out to everybody. Really quick announcement. Oh, actually, no announcement. First, we're going to announce our guest, and then we can go into the announcements. But we have today GameboyJones.
What up?
We're going to blow you up on the big screen so you can introduce yourself and tell people what you do and who you are.
Okay. All right. Hi, GameboyJones. I am a musician who mostly does rapping and singing. And my tracks are inspired by anime and pop culture. That's mostly it. I used to do reactions, kind of been slacking on that and stuff, but yeah, GameboyJones everywhere. Check me out.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, the nerdcore, which I think is like a cool thing that when I learned about it, I was like, oh, that's what that is. You know, I think I reacted to a compilation where you were in.
Yes.
With like about Among Us, I believe, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was in that.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah. No, I want to say yeah. I've been in a lot of stuff in the past like 3-4 years.
That's fire. Before we get into announcements, we do have a super chat. I want to say shout out to Henri, if I said that right. A stream on my birthday. Let's go. Well, happy birthday to you.
Birthday.
Yes. 1 year older and hopefully wiser. And happy birthday to everyone else who's got a birthday. It's the way I feel like more of these can be born in. It's my birthday too.
I want an 8
I like that profile picture. That cat.
Oh, the kitty cat. It was adorable. So our first announcement, memberships. Memberships are open. We have a Discord as well. The link to the Discord will actually drop in the chat, interns, if you get a chance, because I know you got a lot on your plate today. But we have memberships. Check them out. We have 4 different tiers. So definitely check them out. Hit the join link. You'll see all the information. The next stream will do more like an intro into it. I was going to do it during the streamathon. That never happened. But you guys can check out the information there. But on to our first story of the day. So Bob Iger, okay, you know, he was taken over after Bob Chapek left, but Disney laying off 7,000 employees to cut costs at the company. So I don't know if you guys know, but I remember last year there was like rumors going on around in the industry saying how they're expecting there to be another recession. And after that information came out, Google, I think had 12,000, I believe, that they laid off. And then now Disney, we have 7,000 jobs cut in order to save money.
A lot of do you fucked up.
It's messed up. It is messed up. But do you guys think, what do you guys think will be affected, and how do you guys think that this will affect Disney as a whole and the properties that they took over?
They're gonna start moving shows. They're gonna start moving.
They took over properties. I thought they laid off people. Wait, what happened? They took over properties.
Well, I meant like IPs, because they took over, like they have MCU, they have Star Wars, they have Fox. How do you think that all of those things will be affected now that they've dropped 7,000 jobs?
I think 0%, actually, because you know what they're probably going to do? They're probably just going to outsource it all to already capable studios and just do that instead of having to. So that's already them laying off people, but that means that's people that have to pay insurance, 401ks and stuff like that. That if you hire another like studio, you can just pay them, but then you don't have to do any extra cost on top of it.
Okay. And Jazz, you said they're gonna be moving shows. What do you mean?
I think they're gonna be removing shows. That's what I think. Like they're gonna take like how like the like HBO Max was like trying to take off like Justice League and stuff, which I don't know if they're fully gonna do that yet because it's still there. Like so I don't know. But I think that some shows are gonna go away on the platform.
Okay, like royalties, so that they don't have to pay royalties on like Disney Plus.
I think that.
And Hulu, because they have the highest share of Hulu, right? Because there's still other people that have Hulu. They don't fully outright own it yet.
Oh, I didn't know.
So I wonder.
Hulu been kind of hitting for me lately too. I don't know.
Same.
Hulu got like a lot of anime options, a lot of show options. Like I'm watching either that or Netflix mostly.
I think that they're trying to compete with like Crunchyroll. That's why they did that bidding war for Bleach.
First of all, Crunchyroll need a TV app. Okay, I still don't understand why
they
don't have a TV app. Considering
I agree.
Like
Funimation had one, and Sony bought Funimation, but also bought Crunchyroll. So I don't like, or Funimation still has one, I believe.
Yeah. Why? I still have Funimation on my TV, but it's not like Funimation and Crunchyroll's in it, so I don't get what they're doing. I'm like, what is going on?
So they're currently trying to phase out Funimation right now, but they have to like slowly like kill off things and then move. And I think there's still license and stuff that they have to wait for them to expire so then they can move them over. And so it's a really slow, tedious process for them.
Like snail's pace. Because I've been like, if you go to Funimation on the computer and you click on certain shows that like when I was reacting to certain anime on Funimation, I would click on them and they're like, oh, now it's on Crunchyroll. So some of them they were able to get moved over, but it's a snail's pace, the fact that they haven't been able to get all of them over.
You better be making an app while they're wasting his time waiting.
In the meantime, it doesn't make sense. Like what you're saying doesn't make sense that they don't have a TV app for Crunchyroll.
Wait, for Crunchyroll? No, because I have Crunchyroll on my TV.
I don't have it on mine. I don't see it.
Oh, you know what? Like, dude, you have like a
old TV
or something like
that. It's an old TV.
You on the back of that motherfucker. She said, "Oh, I got the red plugged into red.
No, I got a Samsung Smart TV.
You know what? I wonder if they don't like each other. Because like Sony and Samsung. All right, so like one thing,
I have a Samsung.
A Roku. Roku didn't have Twitch because they had like beef. So they just didn't have their app on there.
That's dumb.
They still don't.
That's dumb.
See. So if you get any other like streaming box at all, like Twitch is there. So yeah.
Which, like you said, is stupid because you lose out on an opportunity there. Because streams, when you think about streams, sitting down and watching a stream, you're watching for hours. So you're still using Roku, you know?
Look, it's dumb. Companies having beef and then going, no, you can't use our stuff. It's stupid because you're just losing out on money.
Yeah, I wouldn't care as a head. This is why I can't be like the head boss of anything because I'll be like, look, suck it up, like, okay, because I'm not going to be losing these customers. I don't care. Right. I don't give a fuck.
But it's also one of their things where they go, well, if we don't give it to them, they'll go out and buy something else that we do support, and then hopefully we kill them off. Like that's also some of the.
But hope. See, that's a hope. That's not a guarantee.
And not during this pandemic.
Right. I'm like, people do not have money these days. Okay. Like, so they need to stop playing.
For those asking, okay, my blood sugar was dipping. So I had to make a little sandwich and I made little Hawaiian rolls with turkey and mayonnaise, some Duke's mayonnaise. Okay.
I need some food now. Dang, don't do that to me.
All right, she's making us hungry. I'm hearing her smacking the whole time we talk. She all up on the mic too. She all up on it.
You can get.
Yes, I can hear you smacking. I'm just trying to ignore it.
That's what no. You can get food. Game Boy, order your food. It's okay if you eat during the stream.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You know.
I would never say no one can eat on this stream. Okay.
I'm sitting here craving salt.
You craving salt?
Oh,
like
yeah. Like when I say salt, okay, salty stuff like
salty. Okay, I was like, what are you doing? Like pouring on your hand and licking it off and calling it a day? Like
at this point, I might because like we've been eating healthy and it's just
want some bath salt.
You know, yes, because my craving is like salty fried stuff, like fries, potato chips, like
I just really got
tots.
back into pork a little bit. I ain't like eating in heavy amounts, but I just got back into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, that shit, it's still nasty as hell. It stink. I don't like the way it smells, and it's too pink.
Even bacon.
Nah, it's too pink. I burn the shit out of it, but other than that,
The only pork I
man.
eat is just pork bacon. I don't eat nothing else pork.
I miss smothered pork chops like hella bad. I miss that shit so bad. But I ain't gonna eat that though. That's too much. But like I'll eat like a piece of bacon now or like a pepperoni pizza. But
yeah.
Is pepperoni pork or beef?
Pepperoni pork.
I thought pepperoni was a mix of meats. I thought it was like all of them, like a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Like, I thought it was like a hot dog, but like sliced. I didn't think it was an actual hot dog slice then.
No,
I
know that's not what you meant. I understood what you meant.
Before people think I'm dumb, like I'm not like.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay.
I heard the silence and I saw.
I knew what you meant.
Everybody looked at Jazz little corner like.
No, I knew what you meant. Okay, I wasn't thinking that, but I was wondering. I wasn't sure which meat it was. I just knew it was tasty.
Whew.
Okay, so, I also heard that there was something going on with Disney Plus as well, and like how they lost a lot of money.
Everybody losing money
from what?
I think because of the shows that they've been putting on there, and I believe that they're probably losing subscriptions. I think they lost a lot of subscriptions as well. Yeah. So Disney Plus made recent moves to pare its losses with price increases and a new tier with commercials.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they lose a subscription. Y'all increasing prices.
There's that. You know what? I think also the big issue they had was a lot of people who had like different like phone services. They gave everybody like a free like 1.5, 2 years of Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, for like certain carriers.
Yeah. So then I think that.
Verizon was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think we're finally hitting the edge of that, and people are like, "Yeah, no, I ain't paying for this, dog. See ya. I'm good." But that's why I think they also rolled out the tiers and stuff. So then they can be like, see, look, pay, but it's not that much if you get commercials, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think also the shows, I feel like the way that it was sold was different than what we got. And then the aspect of the shows, like they're very stingy with the content that they were putting on there, to be honest. They like put their backlog, right? But then they edited a bunch of the stuff that those who watched the backlog that they were selling it for would have watched. And so people were kind of upset about that. And then the shows themselves, like the Marvel TV shows we've talked about on this, on the show, that it's, they haven't been up to par. Like a lot of these new characters we don't really care about. And the way that they've been doing the shows have been booty cheeks, and not good booty cheeks, like nasty booty cheeks. So like, it's I think that's another reason they probably lost a lot of money.
I can see it. Also, I mean, again, I think that's the issue whenever you try to please everybody, is that sometimes you just end up alienating a whole bunch of things. So yeah.
Yeah, they should have stuck with adults. Kids will be all right.
What just make I mean, like just have the kids watch the kids side of Disney. Like they have a Disney side that's for kids, but I kind of blame the parents for that though, because that happens with media everywhere, where they'll have a kids option and then see something on the adult side that
like
they don't
YouTube
like.
Kids.
Yeah, like YouTube Kids, and they're like, oh, my kid shouldn't be watching this. Like, well, you should be watching your kid, but
which like, is also which they recently changed YouTube Kids as well, and I do not like the change that they have. I took it off my daughter's iPad. She does not watch YouTube Kids anymore, because it used to be like there was only kids things. Like, and you used to be able to select specific channels or specific videos, and that's all that she had access to. They had an update recently, and I saw her watching a bunch of stuff that's not like Dua Lipa's music videos on there, and Dua Lipa is not for children. I don't want her watching. She's that singer. What's one of her songs?
I know her name from Jack Harlow.
I think I heard it though. I think I know her.
What did he say? Or did he do a song with her?
She basically more with her and do a feature.
Yeah, over last 2 years, like levitating. You want you, I'm levitating. Want you?
Yeah, that song with was that Lil Baby?
On the remix, yes.
I thought that was
that was a good song.
ESPG. Okay.
Yeah, so like there was like her music videos and other stuff on there. So I was like, okay, I'm taking YouTube Kids off your thing. You're done with YouTube. You can just watch Netflix and go to the kids section.
That's right.
Because it's only going to be.
I swear, it's so funny that you bring that up, because I remember like a big like talking point for us inside of our section is being a big artist is so unfair, because we always get like murked on stuff, but then you're over here saying, "Oh, Dua Lipa's on the kids section and stuff," and we're like, "All right," but
no, I get it.
I don't want her to accidentally, I feel like when I exposed her to stuff, then that's fine, because I've been listening to SZA albums, so I mean, she's singing some of them songs, and I know that them things the kids should not be singing some of them songs. However, it's something that's under my control.
I was about to say, but it's something that you're
supervising.
Right. But I don't want her to just stumble upon a bunch of stuff on her own that I'm not able to like guide or, because the way that the internet is and the way that YouTube is, and that makes, again, the aspect of a lot of the recent ad changes that were made on the policies of YouTube. It's like, you have a kids app. Why are we making the regular? But it seems like, I don't know if YouTube Kids is phasing out or what have you, but you can find regular videos on YouTube Kids now. So it's like, what was the point? What are we doing? What's the point? But yeah, what were you gonna say?
YouTube Kids.
It's grooming season.
What does that mean?
Everything you just talked about. Never mind. Go ahead. I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you, but
because I only know grooming to mean one thing, and that just made me even more scared. I'm gonna make sure that app is blocked. She don't get no demon
grooming.
Not my hair, my shit. No. I know, like when it's an older person and they. Okay, anyways. What's his name? Chris Hansen about to come out somebody's back door right now.
I fuck with him. Boy, the way he just come around the corner, boy, they be them over the pizza.
They be there with some iced tea and cookies.
Scott Carmel 783. I knew it was fake. I was this thing real. Like, whatever. It's fake, but you still can't.
Golly.
My goodness. So okay, Gina Prince Bythewood or Bithwood. I don't know if I said it wrong.
By the wood. I thought it was by the wood.
Oh, well, that might.
Wait,
that might work too.
Because I read it as by the wood.
Me too. I thought by the wood. By the wood. I shut out.
By the wood.
Maybe it is.
Oh, I'm just reading it now. Oh my god!
Come on, some of that Prince by the wood.
I see it. I see it. So maybe it is. I hope. Hopefully, I didn't spell it or say it wrong. Much respect. Much respect.
Bring me that Prince by the wood.
I'm sorry. Don't make me her name.
No, I'm not part of that.
Is that like y'all?
She's getting on the Oscars shutout of the Woman King. This award season was an eye opener, is what she said. There's a article on the Hollywood Reporter.
Only this one? I'm saying only this Oscars. It's been happening for some time.
Years,
I mean,
decades.
Like, yes, I mean, like it's not a surprise. Like, why should we even be surprised anymore?
I think as the viewers. We're not surprised. I do feel like maybe for her, because we have been seeing more of our projects get more light, right? More Black projects are getting more light. And the box office shows it. Wakanda Forever did well. Woman King did well. They tried to stop Woman King with that publicity stunt that they had, but it didn't matter. It didn't affect anything, So they had dropped, like, box office weekend. It was released that... Okay, I'm mad at your name. Christine made me angry. Yeah, and I see Teddy's matchmaker. Oh, Teddy has a boo. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't that.
I see Teddy got a boo back there. What's her name?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna decide that tonight.
Tadisha?
Oh, that's the one Dwayne said he put that camera. I mean, yeah, he said he bought that one. I remember. Oh yeah,
put the camera in it.
All the time. Fuck, she never do it.
First of all, if you put a camera in one, it'd be Teddy, because that one got eyes. The other one don't.
Well, Teddy already alive. That damn thing creepy as shit. That damn thing, I swear that thing move. I don't care what nobody say, dog. I was watching one video. I was like, yeah, that nigga move. I know he did.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
That nigga definitely move, boy. You cannot tell
Yeah,
me.
I'm gonna watch
I
that.
actually seen dog get a couple Noob's top 5 videos too. I kid you not. I was like, yup, I knew it.
Oh
That
my god,
creepy.
By the wood.
I feel like you should definitely do like I'm glad you said that. I think you should definitely do is get like a video like as if you're doing a regular thing and then just have somebody dress up like Teddy sitting back there and then just stand up in the video and walk out the room.
Punch that thing so fast.
No, you should plan it. It should be planned.
Oh,
you should plan that.
I was about to say, let somebody start moving behind me.
Burn the house down.
This
house gotta go.
Like put something in and like make it move on its own for real, but just never acknowledge the shit. Like, man, y'all tripping to that.
Yeah.
Never acknowledge the shit. Like, you gotta be real subtle too. It can't be having a lot. Like every 10th video, you just see the head move a little bit.
And then he'd be like,
I told you, nigga, I'm gonna move it.
I know he didn't, y'all. Relax.
Bro, y'all are tripping.
Like turn back. He ain't moving.
Y'all stop trolling.
Like really lay into them. Be angry with them. But yeah, so
my time.
Back to the stunt that was pulled. Box office week, because mind you, we heard about The Woman King, I want to say a year before it even released, right? And we got updates like every 6 months. But then the day it was getting released, that's when news came out that the that tribe, right? And they were like high traders in slavery. And it's like that information was put out. At this time, obviously, it was put out to deter people from seeing the movie. It wasn't like, oh, because like we knew about The Woman King back when John Boyega signed on. Okay, so that was a long time ago. We knew about The Woman King. And Box Office Weekend, that's when you dropped the information. So that's the incident. So that didn't stop it from being a box office hit. You know, because everybody wanted to see female warriors. We got Wakanda Forever, and there's an actual tribe that the influence of the Dora Milaje was kind of taken from this tribe anyways. So it came out and it got snubbed during the Oscar season, which, like I said, for us, we know it's not, we're because we talked about the Oscars like last week or the week before. We know what's happening here. Like they don't want to let too many of us in. You know, it's all about gatekeeping. They don't want to let too many of us in. They don't want to give too many of us a chance. And Gina, you know, she took to the streets and she was talking with the Hollywood Reporter. Actually, she was talking to the Hollywood Reporter. It's written by her as told to Rebecca Keegan, the author of the article. But for you guys, like, obviously, I know you're not surprised, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, me personally, when it comes to like all of them, not just the Oscars, like the Grammys too and stuff like that, I don't trust anything that they put as far as like the winners and stuff like that, because who's voting? If it's not us, if it's not the consumers that are going out to see these movies and things like that, not just the people that know the people that made the movie, like the actual consumers that are buying the tickets, if we're not getting a vote as to who is winning, how was the winner chosen?
So I can give you a little bit of insight on that, at least for the Grammys, because I know. So I actually just so for the next Grammys, I'll end up being a hello. My cat just jumped up on my desk.
Yeah, we're I was looking at a little kitty.
Like I just became a voting member. All right, man. I'm gonna need you to relax. Hold on, real quick.
Oh, you have more 2 kitties. Oh, look at the kitty.
Yeah. I got this one.
Oh,
How
so cute.
hello.
You got to get down.
They just want some tummy rubs. That's all.
If you can kind of prove that you're in the field of doing things within like that realm, you can become a voting member. So like for me, I make music. I show that I have a body of work. I've kind of have some like accolades to me and stuff. So I was able to become a voting member for the next like Grammys, and you have to keep re-upping that membership each year. So then once they collect everything, everybody who's been accepted as a voting member can therefore just go on to the portal, put in their votes, and that's it. And even then, that's still a very like loose
Yeah, I was like, even
so,
then, like to be
You have
like
to
a
pay?
member of something in order to like vote for something that everybody nationwide is watching,
yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like that's unfair. So that's why I'm like, whoever wins, I feel like is kind of rigged because
because then it's whatever. But so
yeah.
far, I haven't had to pay. I know someone else had to.
The
So
way you said that, I didn't have to pay, but
so
somebody else
far,
had to.
so far, I haven't had
Mhm.
to pay. But I think after I go through like my first year, then I will have to.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then the thing is, like, there's plenty of people who are part of the Grammys, and then they just like forget to vote. They just go, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, I did that, and I didn't even put in my vote for this year. Dang. And like the nominations, but also like there's also like a whole bunch of like payola and stuff like that. Like man, I'll be the first person to admit I've been listening to like Jack Harlow for probably like 5-6 years,
Mhm.
so I actually like him. That album is trash. He should not have been up there. Like that album was bad. Like JID should have had that spot that he had, but like there's so much payola that goes on that there's a lot of corruption. So I never put any stock.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't really care. Like they'd be like, oh, this person's nominated, and especially for the Oscars, there'd be a lot of movies that mainly like the mainstream has never heard of and be winning stuff, and we're like, who the hell saw it other than the directors that made the movie? Who saw it?
See, look, but sometimes I like that though. Sometimes I do like that though, because it's like, all right, cool, man. This little dude kind of got it and stuff. But with that being said, congrats to Will Smith last year, even though with that slap, he got that King Richard win. So I was okay with that.
My only thing with like the like what Jazz was saying, like the aspect of like some of the movies that they choose, a lot of the times it don't be an inclusive movie. It'd be quite exclusive to certain lack of melanated types. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
And so it's more like a lot of these situations. The Grammys used to be kind of our safe space, because there's so many of us in music, right? And R&B and hip hop, pop even, right? Although Rihanna took a seat for a while, so but there's some of us in pop, right? But when it came to, what'd you say?
We got urban pop now.
Yeah, urban pop, right? And then jazz, we got jazz. Shout out
urban being the key word for Black. That's what that means.
That's
whenever people say urban. Oh, you're so urban. That means you're Black. That's what it's
urban
talking about.
Community.
Yeah, they said it's a nice urban community. Black. That's what they mean. They're just not trying to say Black. Yeah.
Hubby was trying to troll me, and he was like, "Babe, can you urbanize my hair?" And I was like, "I'm not talking to you." He meant braiding his hair. So he said, "Can you urbanize my hair?" I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. Just because you said it like that, I'm not going to. Okay. But like a few Black movies were snubbed in the Oscars, including The Woman King was snubbed. And Gina says like the Academy made a very loud statement, and for me to stay quiet is to accept that statement. So I agreed to speak up on behalf of Black women whose work has been dismissed in the past, is dismissed now, like Alice Diop and Saint Omer. I can't pronounce the name that I see there, but Till, which was also I actually want to see Till. I know it's going to be heart-wrenching, but I've watched a lot of the behind the scenes about like the team that did it, the director, the writers, and the actress. And so I really want to see Till. I just have to give myself a little space because I saw episode 5 of Last of Us, and I need a little bit of space before I can see Till, right? But she was basically talking about how she moved through this award season and she was struck by the Academy members who simply didn't want to see the film. People thought it was a compliment at some of our screenings to tell me they had to be dragged there because they didn't think it was a film for them. How dare you go to the screen and be like, oh, I was dragged here because I didn't think this film was for me. What kind of backhanded behind compliment is that? I had to call Viola Davis. Right?
It's not even a compliment. That's shade.
That's a lot of lack of self-awareness right there.
Lack of manners, lack of, a lot of things. So she calls them out and she says, why is it so hard to relate to the work of your Black peers? What is the inability of Academy voters to see Black women and their humanity and their heroism as relatable to themselves?
Mm-hmm.
I applaud her for calling them out. I applaud because I think every year we see the snubs, but a lot of people, like people of power, don't really talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just people on Twitter. You know, that doesn't really do anything.
I don't know. You got the Sonic movie changed, so I want to say that Twitter's
now that was, I feel like they changed it solely because the people
of memes
that
they got ate up.
Yeah, they got, first of all, they got ate up by like a lot of people. Okay. Media, it wasn't just Twitter either. It was like YouTube, like everywhere was getting their asses. But then it's also, I think, the realization that people, like, they had a budget for this movie, right? Like, they were paying people, they had a budget for this movie, and people that were at home for free made a better one than they did. And I feel like that is when they're like, all right, y'all, we need to change it, because these kids at home making a better Sonic than these paid people that we're paying. So let's get it right.
But that's the only thing that Twitter helped in that manner. Yeah, no. Movie wise, I think social justice, Twitter can do a lot of good. But what'd you say?
I'm trolling a little.
No. But still, like, it's this aspect. So do you think, but for each of you guys, I want you to, share your opinion, but do you think that this might inspire more people to stand up and speak up, more people of power?
If anything, I feel like it's just more of a reason for people to keep backing out of things, like I'm going to shoot back over to like the Grammys and stuff, but like how like the Drake and The Weeknd have now just said, "Oh, I'm not even submitting my albums anymore." The accolades of that do not define my career, and I don't want to support, something like that. So like I feel like we're going to start seeing more people of notoriety just go, "Yeah, no, like I'm good. I can pull out, and I don't need this," because they don't. They really don't.
They really don't. Yeah.
Yeah. To piggyback off that, because I was thinking the same exact thing. Like, we don't have to support these things if we don't want to. And if we don't support it, then they get less viewership. Then you're gonna wonder why they have less viewership. And it's because y'all didn't change stuff. And then that's when they're probably gonna make a change when stuff starts hitting their pockets. But but since we have like social media and like the internet, like, cause like back then, like back in the early days before the internet and stuff, when he had these shows, like, yeah, you would find out about a big actor or big song artist or whatever, like from the Grammys and Oscars, from watching TV. But now we have the internet, we have social media. So like, we don't need these award shows to figure out if they're good artists or whatever. Like, we can see their stuff all the time. So it's not like we need the Oscars or the Grammys to give them validation. Like, no, like we see them everywhere, like online. We follow them, and if they like you, then they'll follow you back, and that's it. So it's not like you really need the award shows. Like Drake has not been there, and The Weeknd has been there, and they're like booming right now, and without having to even show up to the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever. So,
Charlie, what about you?
I agree. I don't know. I don't watch it.
Well, it's not about watching it. It's about, what do you think is a possibility that will happen since she spoke up? Do you think other people will be inspired to speak up against this?
I don't think they will, but I mean, if they do, they definitely do.
Oh, really? Why don't you think they will?
Because people. That's who we are. I don't know, Christine. I don't watch this.
It's not. No, I'm asking your opinion. It's not about what you know. None of us know whether they're going to talk or not. We're just talking about our opinion, whether we think they will. And that's interesting that some said yes and you said no. And I'm interested to know. It's part of a conversation. It's part of a conversation. All right, moving on. Next thing. Goodness, it's like we have the plan. Whatever. Anyways, the next topic. Disney announces new sequels for Frozen, Zootopia, Toy Story, and Inside Out.
Man, if they don't let Toy Story go, look, y'all, I love
Toy Story's still kind of good.
No. I love Toy Story, but this man is going to be in his 30s with a wife he's about to divorce, still dealing with these damn toys. Like, oh my God. he is grown now.
Bruh.
Like for real.
I seen the funniest photo, and it was like it was Andy finding the girl who had like Woody and was like, "Where is he? I need him back." And I was
God.
what are we realistically gonna do? We wrap the story up perfectly. Let it go.
I feel like they moved on with that little girl, and she's taking care of him now. Let it end. Like she about to be in college next. Like it's crazy. Like come on.
And now it kills the entire impact of that movie now. Because like you're like, okay, cool. It's finally over, it's done, it's whatever. That because their whole thing is like, all right, the cycle continues with toys, keep moving on and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, that's beautiful. And they said, psych, they're back. I'm like, all right, man. Cool. The rest of them
wild. I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't finish Frozen 3. I wasn't a huge fan of the first Frozen. So no, sorry, I didn't finish Frozen 2. And that was just because of happenstance. I put it on. We had the baby. She was throwing a fit. I turned it off. I handled the baby. I just never went back for years. Okay, she's 4 now. But like the first Frozen, I wasn't a really big fan of it. I don't know if I must go to see Frozen 3. It's not really the Frozen Empire is not really my bag. Zootopia was really good. So seeing a second Zootopia, I think is cool because we only got a peek into the world that they built up. So I'm excited to dig more into that. I didn't see Toy Story 4, but I felt like Toy Story 3 was the end. So when Toy Story 4 came out, I was like, okay, we got more.
Yeah.
And then there's a Toy Story 5. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Inside Out, I get like the 2s, like Zootopia 2, Inside Out 2. Those I'm cool with because we got a peek of something really cool and different. It was different from what we've done before, and getting more of that or digging more into the world, I think is great. But I agree. I don't know what more you could do with the toys. Y'all didn't they do Lightyear? Like you went to toys and you went to a somewhat realistic.
I didn't
That's
watch
what I heard.
Though. I didn't watch it.
I heard it was.
I didn't either. That like went under the radar. Like it was like the biggest hyped up thing, and then just went under the radar. It was really weird.
Yeah, it was like I meant to watch it, but like when it came to like me actually watching it, I didn't do it, and like I feel like I've missed nothing from not watching it. Like
it was just like the beginning was just like so. It was dragging so much. I was like,
oh. Wait, did you watch the whole thing, or you just watched like a portion?
Nah, I just turned it on.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
Escape of Goodwill.
What is up with this picture? This rat.
Hey, that'd be dope. That'd be a good horror movie though. That'd be a good horror movie. Escape of Goodwill.
You know what? They might end up doing a horror movie with this person that's doing these Disney to horror films because they had the Winnie the Pooh one that I haven't seen yet, but then there's a Peter Pan one that I think they're working on. Okay.
If they make a horror version of Toy Story, they're gonna have it like revolve around Sid. Y'all remember Sid?
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah, I'm like like how they had it in the first movie with like all the creepy dolls that he done messed
that baby head with the little
like a little
5 strands of hair.
Like they should do that. Like y'all gonna make another one.
They would have to do some. They would have to do some kind of Easter egg that relates to freaking Puppet Master, man. It was like the original, like it'd just be so fire to see. That would be a dope.
It would be.
It would be. That kid is definitely a murderer, and he buries people under his basement for sure. Yeah, he's
evil AF.
But it's funny because a lot of kids do destroy their toys like that, though.
Yeah, a lot of them do, especially like putting pieces on other ones. Try to mod the shit. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
That kid was a demon, devil incarnate. Right, he was devil incarnate. Okay, no, Jazz. No, the reason Jazz is justify it, girl. You got animal crackers next to you. Crazy. Yeah, you got some animal crackers next to you, Jazz. Okay, yeah. All right,
everybody ain't do that. No, I'm playing. Y'all did that too. I did it too. Like everybody took the Ginsu knife and cut the head off the body.
Yeah,
I'm like. I didn't do that.
Wait a minute, hold on. We're not gonna talk about weird stuff, Christine, because you sitting there eating cupcakes with your Cheetos and dipping your Cheeto in the ice.
Listen, animal murderer, you can't come for me, okay?
At least I eat the cookie as a cookie. You be eating Cheetos, dipping it into icing. And
that's salty and sweet. It is salty and sweet.
That's not salt. That is cheese, ma'am.
The Cheetos are salty. Well, let's be honest. The Cheetos ain't real cheese. Okay.
Okay, so you put fake cheese in ice.
Orange salty dust on some puffs, and I dip it in. It's delicious. It is yummy. Okay.
Eating salty. Our body crave it sometime together. For real.
I like salt. Salt's good. Gameboy, you were about to say something about the.
Probably. All I know, I don't remember what I was going to say, but all I know is, so I'm one of the rare people who I haven't actually watched Frozen ever. So, I still need to. I mean, it's one of the highest selling Disney like things of all time. So I always think about potentially watching it, but I haven't. And the funny thing is, it's the only one I haven't watched, which is funny. Well, yeah,
I think it might have been for a reason.
Hey, maybe, but Zootopia 2 perfectly fine because now we can explore homie being like a cop or something now.
Yes,
Inside Out, people's emotions throughout life, period, is an entire piece in itself.
I loved that movie.
And then just Toy Story, leave Woody alone.
It's like the Fast and Furious version of freaking like animated movies now. Okay. Then he's gonna in the trailer, if Woody says, this is when I'll see it. I'll see it if Woody says, I'm back for the family. I'll be like, all right, I'll watch this movie because I gotta see what this is about. It's gonna be on some nonsense. And since you're telling me it's on some nonsense, I might check it out.
No. See, look, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a Dom toy that they find from Fast and Furious. He's gonna be like, I found my new family. There you go.
Oh,
then he's gonna be mad if they do another movie without him.
What they could do for like a storyline, since like if they want to apply it to like real life and like how kids grow up and like out of toys and stuff like that, like they could make it like a storyline where like there's less of them coming in, like for like say like at the daycare, right? It's a whole bunch of toys, dolls, trains, trucks, all that stuff. But like today, the toys mostly for kids are like electronics, like iPads and stuff like that, and like maybe like they're noticing that the new toys are like fizzling out, like them are like fizzling out, and like the new ones are like the high tech, like AI. How like AI and high tech puppies and stuff like that kids are playing with, and they don't want to be touched anymore. Like the old toys are like old, like they're not getting played with anymore. They're not getting any love anymore, and now it's all like digital.
So sad.
Yeah, I mean it would be sad, but I think they should do that.
That's actually a good, Oh my gosh!
Oh my lord!
Oh my gosh! Okay, let's just move on. Yeah, we all seen that. Lang. Shout out to Jaden Whedon for the. Oh wait, why did you say it too? I didn't even realize that. Shout out to you for the donation. We just gonna move on because two of y'all said it. I thought I escaped it, but I ran right into that one. So we just gonna keep on moving. But shout out to you for the donation. Thank you so much. All right.
Man, they do got this new adult toy that do kind of look fire. I ain't gonna lie though.
It's hilarious.
It almost I don't know. It almost looked like the fleshlight, but I think it tore like left and right and kind of supposed to feel like an actual like blowjob.
Is it like clear?
I was like, I want that more.
All right, so the fact that I've seen it is terrible.
It ain't terrible. Your Pornhub, they always advertise it. Don't worry, I know you've seen it.
I saw it on Twitter. I just was scrolling. Like, you know how you see a thread?
Oh, yeah, but you see a lot on Twitter, boy.
Stuff underneath the thread. That's how I saw it.
Twitter you can see anything on Twitter. The way that
I gotta get rid of it. Boy, you be
I've seen, so I will say this. Like when you started Twitter and you followed a bunch of accounts back in the day, and then all of a sudden one of them posts something and you're like, oh, they like respond to you for something and you're like, oh, who is this? And you see what they post. I'm like, oh my gosh, that happened to me.
I've been many times where I scroll on a thread and it's like some not about that at all, and I'm just
and
like,
then it just
goes
left.
And then all of a sudden somebody's back.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm following this one girl. She fired. She just post something like, all right, post your boom, 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 but like a sex topic. Everybody under get to post it. I was like, ooh, man, she be getting hoes out there on the fly. Other than that, though, I don't be on Twitter like that. I got like one person I follow for that, and I was like, I gotta slow down. Twitter is like, they just be letting it through the gate. I'm like, damn.
They do. It's not like, against their policies. It's not against their policies.
I think
it's only social media now that's like the.
I ain't mad, but they gotta stop.
I think that social media should stop showing us what other people be liking because
I
there's a
agree with
period
that.
of
I had to
time
make a whole damn burner
where-
account.
Yeah,
The
there's a
reason why
period
they
of
will
time.
never stop is because it makes engagement
Mm-mm.
shoot up like crazy. That's the
I
reason why
get
they'll
it.
never.
I get it. But some of
I
y'all
know,
be
it's
liking some
okay.
inappropriate stuff, and I'd be like, "Who the hell got this on my timeline?" And I
That's
see
why I think
exactly who it is, and I'd be like,
That's why I
tells you
stopped.
exactly
What you
who.
told me. I ain't know what the jazz told me. Like, Charlie, you
"Yeah."
got this
I'll be
shit on
like,
my
every time I
timeline.
see it, but I'll be like, "This."
I was
Charlie,
like, what
bro.
you mean?
I was like, "This is Charlie making me see
didn't
ass on the
know.
timeline, just getting, but it didn't be like just bust open, just like full on." And I'll be like,
What's funny though is when you see multiple, because it'll tell you if multiple people that you follow liked it. So if you see multiple names liked it that you follow, then it's like all of them.
Nah, it'd be like one person. That's why I had to tell Charlie. I'm like, yo, I
Man,
hope
that
you
shit
know.
was funny because I ain't go put him on blast shit, but it was somebody I saw. Like, I was like, oh.
No, I know who you're talking about because I
We
saw
know,
them
we
too.
know.
I saw
We
two
know.
other people that was liking.
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
and I
I think I know what two you talking about too, yo.
And I had to go tell him. I'm like, hey, I hope you know we can all publicly see this shit.
Everybody.
And then they stopped liking it.
One of them left the app completely. Okay.
Yeah,
One of them left it completely.
Everybody know.
Because I don't think because it was happening
Like,
so
bruh, I
much on my
do this
timeline.
shit.
I was like,
Are you
there's
making
no
an
way that
alternate
y'all
account
know.
right now, Game Boy?
I'm saying that's why you have to.
Hell no, he get rid of them damn likes. Oh, shit.
I see him like looking down.
Like, no. Like that's why people have like privates and stuff. It's like they have like private Twitters.
Real quick, did y'all see recently Denzel got caught doing that shit? It was like some girl, she was stoling some dude.
Yes.
And she
yes.
had, and they was like, and then I think was it Denzel? I think it was there, and everybody started like adding them, showing
No.
them.
It was Samuel L. Jackson. It was
Samuel,
him.
that's what
It was
Samuel.
Samuel L.
I
Jackson.
was like, I don't think
And
Denzel
he
on
was
Twitter
I
like
don't
that.
think that he knows that we can see it. But it's the thing. It'll be a thing if it was one. It was like a lot. Like it was like a lot that we saw. Like, bro.
It was one of
I
Ice Spice supposed to, wasn't it? It was one of hers, and it was like this porn star. It was like hell other people, like, bruh.
I think let Sam be. Let him like whatever he wants to like, as long as he, talks to his wife.
I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, let him.
Like.
I feel like I would be more surprised if Denzel did it because that seems out of character. Samuel Jackson, let him live. Let him live. Let him live.
Anybody live, man. That's a grown man. If I want to like some ass, I like some ass.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Denzel should be able to as well. But I mean, they're gonna burn him. Samuel Jackson should just be let free. But
when it's somebody who's super positive, that's when it's really funny. They're like, oh shit.
I know your secrets. Okay, so the next thing that we have is the Marvel's poster reveals new Monica Rambeau. Okay, hold on. Sorry, that okay.
That's y'all saying y'all strategies for liking porn on the timeline.
Okay. Marvel Studios reveals first poster of The Marvels, movie set to release November 10th, 2023. In the poster, we see Monica's new suit. We also see that this movie includes Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Monica Rambeau, aka Photon. Is her superhero name. Are you guys? What are your thoughts? Like from the poster, not the trailer. What are your thoughts? Are you like excited to see this movie? You think like, oh, this movie's gonna be great because of the stuff we've seen before? Are you hesitant? Are you nervous? What are your feelings? What do you think?
I will just go in with a very neutral attitude. That's it. I want to say I think that everything looks dope. Finally, they gave Miss Marvel her actual suit and stuff. Captain Marvel is actually. I feel like we're actually gonna get it. I need to know who the bad guy is because like so far we've been nerfing the hell out of her at like every movie because we have to because if not, she's just gonna be unstoppable.
She's OP. I think we talked about last week that I don't think she has any like kryptonite or anything. I don't think she has any weakness.
Yeah, so and this is what happens whenever people go, oh, so and so's getting beat, but they're supposed to be this strong. I'm like, shut up. If everyone was at like their god level of where they're supposed to be, these movies would be over in a blip. Okay. Like we gotta keep them down to some degree, and then Monica finally kind of getting her thing going is dope. Bless you.
Bless you. He's not sneezing. He's not sneezing.
Oh, I thought he's
He's not sneezing.
But yeah, no. I think keeping her in the series is kind of dope and giving her more shine.
Mm.
I'm curious
Jazz,
what they do with her.
I'm curious about the three of them, to be honest.
My thing with like the Marvel movies in general, like how you said, like you don't know like who that movie's like big baddie is like gonna be, like as far as like villain, like whoever it is, they're gonna kill him within that movie. Like whoever the villain is gonna be introduced and die within that same 2-hour period. Like we're not gonna remember them after it, so it's not gonna matter. So they nerf all the villains like that.
That's true. Marvel is known to just kill their villains in the MCU. The only one that lives right now is Namor. He's the only one that lives right now. Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
Don't take me off the screen. I can still hear you. I can still hear you. Don't take me off the screen. Go ahead.
But yeah. So like, for me, I'm interested in this
movie. Go ahead,
movie.
keep going. Don't take me off the screen. I can still hear you. Go ahead, keep on going.
Okay, we can hear you too. We can hear you too. Okay. Okay.
Go ahead. Don't even worry about. No, I'm done. Go ahead. I'm done.
I'm interested in this movie because I'm interested in. Okay, we've got like a female. This is the first like female main movie, I think, with 3. You know, we got a team somewhat, and it's an all-female team that they're maining, right? I feel like they look fire. I will say that I don't feel like I got enough from Miss Marvel in her show to be like, yeah, Miss Marvel. I loved her family more than herself. You know, I feel like they did a lot of great writing into the family and like into learning about Pakistan and even her past, her ancestors and stuff like that. I felt like they didn't put a lot of work into her specifically. Captain Marvel, the movie was boring, right? I wanted to really enjoy the movie, but the movie was kind of boring, except for certain things, like seeing baby Monica Rambeau was cute. Her mom was cool. And the Skrull, they were cool. Yeah, they were cool. But the movie itself it's definitely not on my top list of Marvel movies, period. And then Monica, I'm excited to see this souped up Black female superhero. However, I am upset with how she was written for WandaVision. I am upset with this aspect that she's just like, you're bad, you're good. She walks through the barrier. All of a sudden she's got powers and she's like, oh, I'm going to challenge you. I got you. You know, it was just like, I know that you're not bad. And she had no evidence that Wanda wasn't bad. And the fact that she just got these powers, not yesterday, but 2 minutes ago, and was like, okay, I'm going to go head to head with this woman that is controlling a whole city with her powers. I didn't like that. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to dive in front of these pretend kids for a bullet. Like, that was a lot that I was like, I don't like what they did to her. But I'm hoping that the team that takes this movie writes her better. If we get better, because in the comics, I've been reading her newest issues of comics, right? And I really like the way that she's written in the comics. So if they go that way, then I'll be excited. I'll be super freaking excited because the way that they wrote her in the comics is great. But so far, what we've gotten from her, I love Tiana Paris, but I don't like how they wrote her.
I want to say, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's okay. Which I feel like that's what's happened with, like a lot of their series. Also, I feel like I'm one of the rare people who thought that like the Captain Marvel movie was like fine, because I wasn't expecting it to be as like actiony as the other ones, just because it was like a super prequel type deal. So like, just like seeing, like the young like Fury and stuff like that. Also, she gets her powers like very like late into that film and stuff. So there's a lot of things that happen. I think it did its job of setting things up the way that you wanted to. I think the issue with it is the fact that we already had so many movies. So doing a prequel where you go, I know, is kind of psychologically bad as like a viewer. But hopefully doing the combination of these three kind of does a good thing. I'm gonna say Miss Marvel seems like she's more of the odd man out of the three because young kid.
Freshman
Mhm.
in high school, not out of high school. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
doesn't really have as much of a connection with them, personality types and stuff like that. Also, like Captain Marvel's already very established of doing what she does and stuff. But like, hopefully, again, they can keep them in more because, for Miss Marvel, you talked about the family. I think it's one thing where you had to focus on that because of the whole power issue. Captain Marvel's too strong, so you have to keep throwing her out, or else
Mhm.
Right, finding a reason to keep her out the fight. Yeah, they'll do that.
Mhm.
Yep. And then after that, for Monica, she just now got her power, so now it's her having to find that in a way. So they all have three different things that you have to.
That you made me even more concerned. I'm not gonna lie, you made me even more concerned about this film.
Neutral idea, like very neutral.
This is giving me like Spider-Man 3 vibes right now, where we are doing way too many things, and then it just it becomes a mess. Now I'm even more concerned. Like, I hope it'll be good because this is the thing. I want it to succeed. I want it to be great. I want a great story. As a viewer, I want to watch an amazing story and walk away and be like, yes, I'm a big fan. Like, I want to have that feeling. So I don't want this to fail. But you have made me more concerned about the possibility of this.
Neutral feelings. I was like, if they knock it out of the park, yeah. If it kind of falls flat, I'll be like, not exactly, too surprised here because there's a lot going on. It would make for a better series to flesh things out. To be honest, but we'll see. At least they all have some sort of like established thing, kind of going on here. Going into it. So
the only one who doesn't have their own like journey for a long time would be Monica. We got her origin ish, in bits and pieces, but yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, I need to see that premise thing come out.
Yeah, I need more information. I want to know story. I want to know what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're gonna skip the Spider-Man Noir thing. We'll talk about that next week. I want to jump into The Last of Us. Okay, episode 6. Tommy review.
Okay, so I haven't watched it yet. So
I only saw half of it.
What? This is the first time I've seen the whole thing before, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, I usually do, but I was tired.
I know. I had people out of state at my house, so they just left.
Y'all gotta go.
I don't say what do I just jump into like a thing? What do I do here?
So with this, no, I won't do any spoiler review or anything like that. I'll do a non-spoiler review. I will say that as a non-spoiler review, I really enjoyed this episode. If you did you play the game, Game Boy?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I know stuff already.
It's okay. No.
I mean, the show kind of changes stuff a little bit.
It does. It changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Like, so some light, some heavier, But I will say that in this episode, I feel like this episode was really nice after episode 5, because episode 5, I watched it and I was just bawling at the end.
Yeah.
And because even though I did play the game, and I literally, even though I played the game, because I didn't finish it, like I've gotten a little past what we're seeing in episode 6, but that scene in episode 5 I played. So I literally was at this, I was like, Henry, no, like, please, like hoping that they would change it and that he didn't. And he did, so I will say that there are some changes in episode 6 compared to the game. But the episode itself was like a nice change of pace from what we've previously seen. I felt.
Okay, fair enough. I want to say
Dwayne Holland.
So far,
yeah, he's streaming Overwatch right now. So I'm sorry.
So far, they've been knocking it out of the park. So I have confidence that they're going to do it again.
After the end of it, I was like, it's the greatest video game to live action property I've ever seen.
Let's go. I'm here for it. I feel like it's the easiest the easiest one that they've had to do too. Like, you know, like there's been so many, you know, like zombie type shows come out in the past decade. Like, all right, man, you've been primed and ready to do this show. Okay. Like y'all got this by now. Like you need some good makeup teams and you're good. The story's out there. People like it already. Just do it justice.
Just do it live.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I will say that the liberties that they took, like, because they did take liberties, they changed a lot of things from the game to the movie, but like in certain ways that I felt benefited it more than other things we've seen where they like take liberties. And
I think they stretched things out that didn't have context, like
which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like if they're gonna change something, it's better to make a change that expands on the story that's already kind of there, rather than them just making up something that wasn't there before, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Which, you know, that's why I'm cool with it. You know, like, all right, cool. The game might have just glanced or just like glossed over this thing real quick, but like, no, the show goes, no, we can talk about this a little bit more. Like, we can elongate that, you know, make it a thing. Yeah, no, they haven't really done anything like crazy, you know, man. We ain't out here doing like no Full Metal Alchemist type shit where we need a brotherhood out here. You know what I'm saying? But
the live action, I have huge issues with the wigs. I can't with the wigs in the live action Full Metal Alchemist. I heard that people like it though, so I want to give it a chance. But that hair, it's like that way. It's like y'all can't call Ruth Carter. Come on, call
a lot
her,
of the
please.
times when it's a live action of any anime thing, I'm just automatically assuming it's not going to be good.
Has there been a good one? Has there been a good one?
Bleach is decent.
I say even
there's a live
Bleach,
action
I
Bleach?
was like, yeah, there is.
Look, I said decent. You know, it's decent. It's still kind of like, because that story sped up. Okay.
You can say it. No, you can say it. You don't have to.
Okay, then. All right. Well, yeah, no, it would have sped up though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then you kind of get to the end, and you're like, all right, bud, y'all should have made this a series, but all right.
So do you have hopes for One Piece?
No, heck no. Oh, hell no. There's too many powers in One Piece for me to have hope. Like Full Metal Alchemist, okay, cool. Like most of the time, Ed's doing this and be like, all right, here goes a spear. All right, here goes some rocks at your ass real quick. Like Scar just blowing stuff up. Like there's not too much to like mess up in like a special effects type of way. Like Luffy, just a stretchy arm by itself, I can see going south.
So you think Luffy's gonna look goofy?
Yeah. I think Luffy's gonna look goofy. Now I think Sanji and Zoro, Usopp, like
I wonder how they're gonna do the sword in the mouth thing live action. That's gonna be interesting.
I think there's no way to make it look cool. I think that anime,
it doesn't look cool.
I was like, it's like one of those unique things that like you can only do animated that looks cool. Like that's why hair just never translates, because I don't know, man. If I ever seen someone walking around with like Yugi's hair, I'd be like, all right, man, you're doing a little bit too much, my guy. I know what you're doing here. Why you got 7 colors in your hair? And why is it taller than your body? It's crazy.
I feel like we should start flipping the script and start making animations of live action shows, since they want to keep making live actions of animations.
Those be better though.
I feel like we should do animations of live action, and I feel like that would be better.
Star Wars,
what they're doing. Yeah, like that. That was good. I like let's do more of that if y'all want to start flipping stuff. Because
and when we think of like Justice, like you had mentioned, the DC animated universe is always better than the live action.
Yes, the animation of the DC shows are way better than what they have out there. Come on now, I will literally go to the movies just to rewatch like all of the like Young Justice stuff. Like you just sit there, like we're gonna make a Young Justice 2-hour like premiere, whatever. I'm going to the movie theater. It's not even gonna be a question. So
yeah. So no, I agree. Making animes of live action things, or even, like video games. You know, we got Edge Runners and stuff like that. That was dope.
Yes, that was good. That was actually really good.
I feel like it just like because anime works for just making these, like, anime is like the embodiment of all of that super melodramatic music that we had. It's like I was like, why is this breakup sounding so crazy right now? Just, like yelling, but you can make stuff just look so cool in an animated style, the way that it is. So things just work.
So again, shout out to Neil Druckmann and his team and Sony and HBO, because Last of Us is absolutely fire. Absolutely fire.
The only thing with Last of Us that I wish that they had more of is more fighting the stuff that they're like the clickers and like the zombies and stuff. I wanted to see.
I thought episode 5 was crazy.
It was
at the end
of what happened. Yeah, at the end. But I'm saying like most of the time when we're seeing them on their journey, we're seeing them just walk. And then they're encountering like their enemies are not the clickers, they're not the zombies, it's other humans that are the enemies mostly in this. And in the game, I had to do stealth a lot to get around these things, and I feel like we're not doing that in the show.
Yeah,
so. I would say it's the most PTSD I ever had playing a game was the amount of stealth that I had to do.
Yeah, and I'm bad at stealth, so like I always had to fight something all the time in the game. So like that's why I'm like in real life
like that. I
hate
it.
One of, like it's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword, because inside the game, going through the clickers is an event because you're doing it.
Yeah.
If you were to do it just in the show, it doesn't add to the story. It would just add time, and you'd be like, oh, okay, so all right, we're going to this location. All right, well, we kind of fought something. I feel like it would become a repetitive thing of like new location. Okay, zombie fight in between. All right, now we fight people. Okay, new location, zombie fight. All right, now we get so like that's why I feel like it's one of those things where they go, all right, cool, man. They had it rough on the journey. All right, moving on. All right, we're doing something else. But like, I can understand wanting more action. But like, they did have the firefight with the people and stuff. So there's still like things, but I do understand wanting to see the clickers, because they are very unnerving creatures.
Extremely unnerving.
Yeah, because when they had the little firefight from that last episode, then like it was like, okay, we were fighting humans, but then when that hole opened up and then you heard them like
I said it's World War Z.
Crazy,
this is World War Z.
And then they
all over again.
out that thing. That's when I was like awake. I was like, oh my God. Like I want to feel like that every like episode, because that's how it felt for me in the game. I couldn't hardly live. So that's why.
I want to say, and that's why I think
agree. I do want more.
You need the swell to happen, and it's like like keep it low, and then bring it out whenever you need to really hit people with the wow.
Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be like 500, like a lot of zombies every episode.
That would be too much.
Like at least like one little straggler walking around, they got to get around. Like at least like sometimes, like in the background.
Why look like he was dancing? One of those stragglers.
No. I mean like when Ellie and like Joel are like sitting down or whatever, or like trying to walk like in daytime, and you just see in the background like a little straggler, like in the background walking, and like they see it, but like they're not trying to like bring attention. He's just back there,
Yeah. No, I will say that I do agree. We do have a lot of picturesque moments where they're out in these wide open spaces, and you don't see, but it was like that in the game as well, where you don't see anything when they're like traversing. I'm not going to say anything about this episode, but like when they're in those wide open spaces, you didn't really see a lot of the, what are they called? The infected. Yeah. But when they're in more of the cities and things like that, that's when you see more of the infected in that. And I do agree that it would be great if they had more, in fact, I keep wanting to say walkers because of Walking Dead.
I keep wanting to say walkers too.
Right. If they have more of the infected around, but I do feel like on the other hand, the show, it's so meaty. The show is so meaty. I'm not upset that they don't have it, I think they do a great job. So we will be back with more Last of Us next week. And Chelsea, she wasn't able to join today, but she'll be back again next week as well, so we can dive more into The Last of Us, the show that because that was episode 6, came out yesterday. But in this episode, we are, as you saw from the picture, we are reunited with a certain character, which if you played the game, then you know who the character is, right? I would say that there's some changes in regards to that part of the game, right? Versus the show. But one thing that I feel like this show really takes us to the humanity of people in certain situations and makes it in a more realistic sense. Like when you think about Joel and his story and how, from the beginning of episode 1, where he started and where he's at now and how he interacts with people. Because even going to episode 5, when Ellie's like, say thank you or say it's okay. Like she's trying to teach him how to be a human again, and you have more of that in episode 6. So it's just a very interesting dynamic. And you know what? Shout out to Oscar, because I'm not gonna lie, not Oscar, Pedro. Sorry, I was saying Oscar, Pedro. Shout out to Pedro Pascal, because I had my doubts. And I was upset when he didn't play the game. But you know what, Pedro? You've proved yourself. Okay, you have done a great job as a fan of the game, and a fan of the story. I approve. I approve greatly.
He's like, nah, I didn't play it. I just watched some Let's Plays. I seen Markiplier play it, so I'm good.
No, he barely watched that. He saw his nephew play 5 minutes of the game, then he had to leave, and he called it a day. And I was like, sir. But so we just gonna let that be.
I feel like as an actor, that would help so much. I just be
so much.
Oh man, I got the blueprint right here. Okay, cool. Let's go.
He did well without it, so he did well. So. We're going to end the show with the Ask the Audience. We normally do this live we normally don't do this live, where we post on Twitter, Instagram, and the community tab and ask you guys to send in questions that can be asked in the show. Y'all got the graphic? Is the graphic there? Y'all got the graphic? There, yeah. Ask the audience. Ask the audience. Okay. So we had to do it live because we, didn't get a chance to do, forgive us. We had the 13-hour live stream. It's supposed to be 12, but the vibes were great. So it ended up being 13 on Saturday, and we're back today. The first question, this is actually something I want to address, because we are streaming live on Twitter, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. So we have this question coming in from the Twitch side. This is Pie Toast, and Pie Toast says, "Aren't you sick of every female lead having no personality and just being I guess you mean generally strong?"
No, generically.
Oh, generically. Okay, okay, yeah, you read it good. Generically strong, because I was like, hold on. What do I see there? Generically strong badasses in this show.
Yeah.
Which show?
Are you talking about Last of Us, Pie Toast? I'm guessing.
Because if it's Last of Us, Ellie, I mean, I don't agree.
I don't agree either. I think that Ellie had a great. I think she has a lot of personality. She's got that like kid. You always had in a group of kids the one that knew more of the curse words. Okay, and might have been a little bit braver than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who I feel like she is. I feel like she does have personality.
Yeah, so I was like, unless if we're also talking about,
I think we're talking about the Marvel shows. Yes.
I'm about to say if we're talking about the Marvel. I mean, but then that would negate it with like Miss Marvel, because that was her entire thing, was just personality. Now Captain Marvel and what's her face? Why am I blanking right now? I've been saying her name the whole time. Whatever. Like
Monica
those two, yeah, there you go. Though like those two are like, yo, I'm strong woman, and like that's really like all of their bag. But also it sucks because it seems like that's all they have time for inside their showings, is that like, so like unfortunate. But at least Miss Marvel has a lot of personality to her.
She did have a lot of personality. I will say that I didn't click with her completely, but I do disagree that she did have personality. I wouldn't say that she didn't have any personality. I just didn't feel like I clicked with her personality. I liked her family's personality better.
Exactly. I feel like unfortunately, I hate to say this, we're old. So there was like a lot of things that I think it's just a disconnect for like a generational reasons that they kind of had.
I can agree.
So,
well, actually, I disagree, because Stranger Things, it's a bunch of kids, and I felt.
But it's 90s based.
Well, it was before 90s, but I get what you're saying.
See?
I get what you're saying. But there's definitely got to be some things that the kids that we vibed with that were better or well written than, because I do feel like I agree that she does have personality. I just didn't feel like it hit really well for me. So, but I will for this statement, I want to address the overgeneralization of saying every female lead in because you said this show, but I don't know if you meant these shows, and you can let us know if you've popped back in and said or clarified what you meant. But even like when you think of the MCU shows, it might be unpopular opinion, but She-Hulk had a lot of personality. I really liked She-Hulk as a main female. I really liked her. I liked Kate Bishop in that was her last name, right? Bishop in the Hawkeye show. I really
didn't.
I loved her. And then Yelena, like we may argue whether
Yelena
she is or is not a lead, but Yelena, I stan Yelena. Okay.
Yeah. Bringing back, regardless if you like her or not, I was like Jessica Jones, even though like her, I do get the whole like badass thing, but she definitely has a lot of layers to her. Though
I like Jessica Jones. Yeah,
I'm gonna say because the thing is, I wouldn't put Jessica Jones with like Captain Marvel and stuff like because she's not like your normal. Because like for them, they're stoic, responsible adults. I'm just badass. Like that's it. Like Jessica Jones got problems. She's going. She is
real life like torture and things like that. Yeah.
So there's a lot of like good female leads coming out of these. It's just unfortunate that I think it's one of those things where it's like comic books were definitely made around a lot of male leads, so they get to steal a lot of shine, and that's kind of just how it is.
And that's again why I disagree with the MCU. If this is in regards to the MCU, because if you think that like you can argue whether Dora Milaje they mains or not, but Dora Milaje, like all personality, okay? If you count Okoye, okay? The Queen, all right? Queen Ramonda, like
God.
Yeah, and she's strong. And I think she was a badass. At the beginning of Wakanda Forever, when she's like, we hear what you whisper in your halls. Like I was like, girl, yes, all the things. So I disagree with the statement for sure.
She ate.
I just want more female characters that are not based off of something else. That's my only thing. Like I would like to have more like female, like how Black Widow is not based off of another character. She's Black Widow. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to see like a bunch of She-Hulks because it's just it's Hulk but girl, and then She-Hulk, and then it's like Superwoman, and then there's like it's just a lot of characters that are female, but they're based off of another character. Like I just want them to be original characters. I want original characters that are women to come out more instead of it being a side character to somebody,
I get what you're saying. I do feel like so like back then, mind you, the names that they have for heroes in general are actual name. Well, like Ant-Man, Spider-Man, it's Batman. The names are generic, but then you had a female version and they just tacked up Batgirl, She-Hulk, and that. So I get that, but that was based off of the comics. I do wish that hopefully things will change for more because they do have a lot of female characters in the comics. I think the reason that a lot of them don't get the shine on the cinematic universe yet, and they're kind of getting trickled in slowly, is because of they're unknown, and they would have to be it's either like if they just put them out there, it's less likely that people are going to come in and watch them unless they're sprinkled in. And I think that they had to build up the universe first before they can like sprinkle them in. So hopefully in this new phase.
Like if their character is written well though, they could be loved, because like I feel like that's what my problem is like with this new phase of Marvel, is that like with like how the stories are written for them, like as far as like for the shows, the characters of these shows, I don't care about them. Like I really don't. And the thing is that like we've spent a lot more time with them because it's in show format. We've actually spent a lot more time with them than the heroes that we actually did like in the phases before, because they didn't have shows. They had just movies, like cinematic movies, and we ended up liking them in 2 hours versus me spending 6 or 8 hour, whatever, how many hours with this
Not
other
no 8
character.
hours with these
I
short
know,
behind episodes that
but,
they
like,
had.
it'll be more than 2 hours. It'll be more than 2 hours I'm spending with those characters, and I still don't care about them. So it's like, it's just, if they're written well, then yes, they can be loved.
I'll also say counter argument to that a little bit is that like we still did get our Wandas, our Gamoras, our Black Widows, our Shiris. So we got like a lot of those, but then also the other issue is another licensing thing. We have another giant group of strong female cast that they literally couldn't use.
Such X-Men.
Yeah, exactly. We couldn't get Jean Grey. We couldn't get Storm. We couldn't get the Invisible Woman. Like which are arguably a lot of Marvel's strongest female leads are on that side too, which they just ended up like getting.
Some of them, anyways. Yeah.
So now it's hard to I mean, like now they're gonna have to figure out the whole meshing of that. But like, yeah, we had other strong leads, but the other strong leads also sit next to somebody else the whole time. Like, because there's not just I almost said Black Widow. There's not just a Wanda movie, even though she got the show and stuff like that. But like, I don't know, like they exist. It's just the fact that there's also so many clones on top of it. Clones.
Yeah,
I do hope that we get a well-written story. When like the Marvels, like I'm saying, you had me really concerned, but I really hope that the Marvels end up well.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Which character in a game would y'all throw hands with? Oh, okay. Who would y'all fight in a game and actually throw hands with?
Shit, I play a lot of crazy games.
Right, I want to say, man, I need prep time for this one. Dang, man. I was like,
the judge from Phoenix, right? I had to look at my list. I was like, who do I hate? Okay,
that's
the judge.
She got a list.
I just Googled annoying video game characters to see if someone popped up that I would fight. I don't know.
Hey, I never think about that. Who got on my fucking nerves in a game?
Right. Oh my gosh, I don't even like.
I'm sure I have some people.
See,
I know. I'm sure I do.
I should make a list. I
feel like yours would be called the Lang Lang list, like
right.
I got.
Wait, why are you beating up Kirby? Kirby would just suck you up. You ain't gonna fight.
I ain't fighting Kirby. Yeah, I was trying to think somebody weak.
Kirby gonna suck me up from yards away.
Yeah, Kirby will
yeah, you just go. And you gone. Okay, and he'll use your powers. Is Larry the dad, Yanni? Because I'll fight him.
No. Larry. Wait, from Walking Dead.
The game, from Telltale.
Larry.
Is he the father?
Larry.
That's the racist dad, right?
Yeah, like how, he was. Yeah, he was on my list too. I'm glad he died. In that game.
Yeah. He'd definitely be on that list. I would fight him in a heartbeat. And his daughter. Him and his daughter will catch his hands, okay?
This is talking about Shiva? Oh, the bug. I saw Devora. Oh, yeah, you trying to die.
Yeah.
No.
I ain't fighting
I'm not fighting them.
I'm not fighting a single person from a fighting game. That's what they do.
Nope,
I'm not fighting them.
I'm asking you to pick somebody who can win against.
Hello?
Right? I know that's all I was trying to think of somebody can win against. That's all I can think of nobody.
Work smarter, not harder, people. Come on.
I'm still going through lists and stuff. I'm like, I don't see nobody that I would fight that I know that I can beat. And it's also annoying. I don't know. Like, I think that the only person that I'd fight is like, I don't know.
Princess Peach. I got it. Princess Peach.
You know what? She don't do nothing.
She gonna throw a turnip at your ass.
She get caught every damn game.
She does. You could just catch her.
She gonna hit you with a hand and an umbrella. And
she don't know where the pans are. Toad knows where the pans are. Okay. She don't cook.
She do on Smash.
Toad knows what
messing the people up with them things.
Oh man.
No, real talk. I'd probably go with from a more recent game. That Marvel Snaps, freaking Cosmo, just because he counters my deck. I fucking hate that card.
That's funny. Yeah, do you have one? We could go to the next question after you.
I'm gonna say, I would just say maybe Roman from Grand Theft Auto 4 because he was just annoying. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, I get you. Okay, he was Liberty City.
Is that what it was called? It was Liberty City
in New York.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Liberty City they also did like the DLC. That's what that
they
was.
did. Yeah, for sure. I'd fight him. The next question. YK Play says, if you could make a movie into a game, we've had the other way around, but we haven't had it this way. What movie would it be?
I just watched a whole bunch of movies and I put them to a list. I'm checking.
Another South Park, the recent South Park movie.
Oh, Fast and Furious. Oh wait, hold on. They already have a game, but it wasn't done.
Like, there's no way that they don't have a game.
It wasn't done right. So never mind. Let me take it back. Because that game was choppy.
Give me Kingsman, the first one.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And make it kind of like Uncharted, where it's kind of like you're playing a movie type of thing and you have some action and stuff. Yeah, that would be cool.
I love that movie.
Ooh. I don't know if people know about this movie. Maybe they might. Do y'all know this movie called Wanted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, I think I know.
I feel like that'll be the most fire.
It does have a game.
What was Wanted? The movie.
Is it fire though?
I have no idea. I just know that it has.
Okay.
Oh,
no, I feel like curving the bullet would be so like you got to have skill to curve. Like I don't know, like it'll be cool.
I think
I don't know. I'm thinking of something else.
Let me see if I'm lying.
Ooh, Black Panther. So Chris Gooden said it. Black Panther by Insomniac Games. That would be great because they made Spider-Man. I think they could make a great.
I feel like Black Panther deserves a game at this point.
Yes,
like let us see in Wakanda because
like,
they had him in like that Marvel's Avengers game, but like we were fighting robots, and like we really didn't get to go into Wakanda. We just were kind of like on a ship.
I don't think any of them are ever gonna get us.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I would hope that Black Panther would get a standalone game. So I feel like it could be very, very great.
Someone said Kill Bill. Like yes, and if I can
color purple,
make her.
But that's the first person shooter.
The person who is J-Dog? Y'all gotta know him. There ain't no way.
We do know him. He's the one who put up his own freaking comment. He's one of the interns in the back room, okay? And he literally put up his own comment on the screen.
Oh, I did. Oh, I just now see. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It got to look like Doom.
You must know him. Yes, we do. He right here.
I see him right now.
When you level up, all my life I had to fight.
I'm not gonna lie though, I would play it. If it was made by black people, I would play it. I would play
that shit too. Boy, I would stream that shit. I would get canceled like the first 30 seconds.
The worst stuff popped into my mind just now based off of that. Oh my god.
Shucking and jiving. Boy, that should be crazy, man.
Oh my goodness.
Say no, you wild.
I feel like
what I would play? I would play crap. What is the guy way in the jungle deep?
Tarzan?
Jungle Book?
Huh? No, a dignified No. Okay, you ever saw Baby's
Jungle
Kids?
Fever as a game.
Baby's Kids.
Baby's Kids as a game would be
Baby's Kids is the worst game. Baby's Kids is the worst game ever invented. I fucking kid you not.
They have a game.
Not a kid, a game.
On Super Nintendo. You can legit glitch out on like every level and just get stuck. The game is so fucking horrible. I can't.
That's hilarious. But no, like the one that they're quoting I keep wanting to say Black Dynamite, but that's not. Black Dynamite was also like basically loosely based as a parody on this guy. The same guy that Eddie Murphy had a movie where he played him in the movie.
Hey, Professor.
Okay. No. and he had that quote, way down in the jungle deep. Dignified
flow.
No, stepped on a dignified monkey's feet. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
I do know something.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
I think I think it's 3
Dolomite.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Dolomite. I would play if there was a game based on a Dolomite movie. I would play that ish. It would be R-rated stream, but I would play it. Okay.
Ooh, this is gonna be R-rated too. Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang, yes.
Pootie Tang.
Yes.
And hit him with the belt.
Yes.
Yes.
On the running card. Yes.
Sign your pity on the running card. Man, we was in that elevator and she was all like, oh, he was just sitting there like,
Pootie don't go. Pootie don't go.
I love when he said, turn that shit down. And it was like silence. And he was just
when the dad busted up the room.
They were going crazy.
I haven't watched that.
Did it again. Put it too good. Put it too good. That's my movie, man. I used to watch that and Napoleon Dynamite back to back because they both was dumb as shit. And when I first seen both of them, I thought they was both stupid as hell. And I got addicted to them. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, Pootie Tang is just so hilarious.
Yeah, I might watch
like
that.
When his dad died because a gorilla broke into the factory. Downtown factory.
I'm on picture. And everybody was just still walking past doing their job. Like
no one was like, let me help. Not a single person was like, let me help.
That's just real.
Oh my God.
I said, well, that's just real. Have you ever just seen a video online? People just go, oh, damn, that's fucked up.
Oh yeah, I see that. I think like in real life.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be able to help. I would run and from afar throw some things, from afar. But yeah, not if he's busy beating up the father in the factory.
Unfortunately, I'm getting out of there. I call for help, but there you go, bro. What you want me to do?
But
police, help! Police, help!
They're killing that nigga. Don't go. That's my excuse to leave work.
That's a good excuse. Okay. But that place, they ain't paying no overtime, and you ain't gonna get no pay for leaving early, okay? But yes, that was our show today. All right, we will be back next week for Last of Us. Did you say you just started? Well, I'm just gonna keep moving. Episode 7 of Last of Us. We have some new things on the docket that we're going to talk about. We are also going to talk about Spider-Man Noir live action and works at Amazon, but we'll talk about that next week. Before we close out, Game Boy, tell the people who you are. And if you have anything that you need to shout out, go ahead and take this time.
Again, GameboyJones. I make music. It's literally the easiest name. It's all one word, GameboyJones. You can find me on literally any platform. Go stream my music, especially my new song, Wasn't Born Special. It's dope. I made an AMV and a music video for it. Go check it out. New song drops this Friday.
Hey. Fire.
Hey, okay, there you go. Let me see.
And he's a part of the Grammy voting Academy. Okay.
Vote for yourself.
Don't forget that.
Yes, sir. I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats.
That's good. We like the multifaceted. And Jazz, what do you got going on, and where can the people find you?
Y'all can find me here at Jazzy Guns on YouTube, _Jazzy Guns on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll be streaming around 8:30 p.m. for High on Life and try to finish that game so I can start playing some new games.
I thought it was.
How do you like that game?
I like that. It was 7:30, and then my hairstylist said that she wanted me to come earlier tomorrow. So now I got to rework what I was going to do. So now I got to actually do something today to prepare for tomorrow. So now I have to move it back to 8:30. So
that game do look fire. I ain't gonna lie. That shit looks
High on Life is fun. I feel like I'm at the end right now, so I feel like I'm about to beat it. So I'm trying to finish tonight.
Okay.
But my chat is doing this thing now where like they either bet for me to live or bet for me to die. And it's like a drinking game. So like they'll drink if they're on the dying side, they'll drink every time I die. And if they're on the alive side, they'll drink every time I'm alive for like 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be like juice. Like
okay, could be water. Hydration.
Like just to stay hydrated. Yes.
But you don't use those other ones, huh? Which ones you use? Which one do you be drinking on there?
I be drinking water.
Okay.
He's like, I can
water all the time.
Drink a clear substance on stream.
That's the key.
Yes, it's not vodka.
All right, Charlie, what do you got going on, and where can the people find you?
find me
in the
right
club.
there. Point right there. That's it. Camp Crystal Charlie.
Damn, that's it.
So, like, what you want to say what you do for the people who don't know?
They know what I do.
Not everybody in here knows what you do. Okay.
Come on, man. Good.
They don't.
They go.
Goodness. And you can find me at Christine Games. Also dropping some new reacts on the React channel, so check that out. You can find us here at PartyChat Podcast. Wait, really quick. Next week. What's today? Let me actually look at the date. On the 25th. On the 25th, me and Leash Capiche have a panel at Virtuous Con. It's Virtuous Con. It's an online virtual convention that was made by Black nerds, which is really awesome. And they have a lot of people. They have one of my favorite Disney princesses. Okay, Tiana. Okay. The Princess and the Frog. Anika Noni Rose. Okay, the Queen. She will be there. All right. Along with a lot of amazing writers, directors, actors that have been in the community and have been in a lot of different things. So definitely check it out. And me and Leash will be hosting a panel where we will be talking about, being Black female gamers and what that's like, what our experience is like, and in a way to encourage other ones that are out there. It's going to be more of like, hey, we share our story and we're going to encourage you guys. And we'll have a Q&A where you can ask us questions about your journey, about being a creator in general, but through the lens of a Black female. So definitely check us out. It's Virtuous Con. I posted stuff on Twitter, so check it out on Instagram as well. Get your tickets. Tickets are mad affordable. They even have a virtual exhibition floor where you can buy things and stuff like that virtually. Mm-hmm. So it's actually pretty freaking cool. So definitely check it out. Mm-hmm. But yes, you can find us at PartyChat Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And follow us also on TikTok and Instagram as well. So we will be back next Monday. And yeah.
Adios.